Angkor Wat in the present. Restoration and conservation. As with most other ancient temples in Cambodia, Angkor Wat has faced extensive damage and deterioration by a combination of plant overgrowth, fungi, ground movements, war damage, and theft. The war damage to Angkor Wat's temples, however, has been very limited, compared to the rest of Cambodia's temple ruins, and it has also received the most attentive restoration, 32. The restoration of Angkor Wat in the modern era began with the establishment of the Conservation d'Angkor, Angkor Conservancy, by the École Française d'Extrême Orient, EFEO, in 1908. Before that date, activities at the site were primarily concerned with exploration. 77, 78. The Conservation d'Angkor was responsible for the research, conservation, and restoration activities carried out at Angkor until the early 1970s, 79, and a major restoration of Angkor was undertaken in the 1960s, 80. Work on Angkor was abandoned during the Khmer Rouge era, and the Conservation d'Angkor was disbanded in 1975, 81. Between 1986 and 1992, the Archaeological Survey of India carried out restoration work on the temple, 82, as France did not recognize the Cambodian government at the time. Criticisms have been raised about both the early French restoration attempts and particularly the later Indian work, with concerns over the damage done to the stone surface by the use of chemicals and cement. 32, 83, 84. In 1992, following an appeal for help by Norodom Sihanouk, Angkor Wat was listed in UNESCO's World Heritage in Danger, later removed in 2004, and as a World Heritage Site together with an appeal by UNESCO to the international community to save Angkor. 85, 86. Zoning of the area was designated to protect the Angkor site in 1994, 87. Apsara was established in 1995 to protect and manage the area, and a law to protect Cambodian heritage was passed in 1996, 88, 89. Several countries such as France, Japan, and China are now involved in Angkor Wat conservation projects. The German Apsara Conservation Project, GACP, is working to protect the devatas and other bas-reliefs that decorate the temple from damage. The organization's survey found that around 20% of the devatas were in very poor condition, mainly because of natural erosion and deterioration of the stone, but in part also due to earlier restoration efforts. 90. Other work involves the repair of collapsed sections of the structure and prevention of further collapse. The west facade of the upper level, for example, has been buttressed by scaffolding since 2002. 91. While a Japanese team completed the restoration of the North Library of the outer enclosure in 2005. 92. Microbial biofilms have been found degrading sandstone at Angkor Wat, Pre-Khan, and the Bairn and West Prasat in Angkor. The dehydration and radiation-resistant filamentous cyanobacteria produce organic acids that degrade the stone. A dark filamentous fungus was found in internal and external Pre-Khan samples, while the alga trentipolia was found only in samples taken from external, pink-stained stone at Pre-Khan. 93. Replicas have been made to replace some of the lost or damaged sculptures. 94.